To Good Morning San Diego, GameStop CEO Ryan Cohen is looking to acquire eBay. He made a bid to acquire the company for roughly $55.5 billion. Why is that crazy? Well, we're gonna explain it to you. Joining us to give us insight into the situation is Chase Wilsey. He, of course, the Vice President of Wilsey Asset Management. Chase, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
In your world, I'm used to reading stories about big fish eating little fish, or
buying up.
Buying up. Eating is probably accurate. Rarely do you see a story of a smaller fish attempting to swallow up a bigger fish.
Yeah, that's correct. And what we're looking at here is GameStop's market cap is about $10 billion. If they were to buy eBay, the offer price was about $55.5 billion market cap. So you're talking about 5 times the size. That's not a regular occurrence. Now, we did see this kind of recently with Paramount Skydance buying Warner Brothers, but I'm going to tell you a big difference there.
We get people involved.
The people involved.
Yeah.
I mean, Larry Ellison is the father of David Ellison, and Larry Ellison is a multi-billionaire and has the capability to help fund that deal.
All right, maybe we're getting ahead of ourselves. For people who don't know, what is GameStop?
What is GameStop? They're the retailer that, gosh, was popular probably a couple of decades ago. When I was growing up, I'd go to GameStop, you'd buy consoles, you'd buy, video games, things of that nature. I mean, they're still in existence, they're still around, but they really blew up in the meme stock craziness back in 2021. The stock actually hit, gosh, about $500, close to that. On an adjusted basis, about $120. Now it's around 20.
And what is GameStop's reason for wanting eBay? Is it just to grow their business?
I think there's a few reasons here. The big one is GameStop right now has grown profitability by shrinking. Now, what Ryan Cohen has come in, he's come in, closed underperforming stores, so their net income actually has been growing over the last few years, but revenues declined substantially. You can only grow income so much by shrinking before you have to return to growth on the top line. So I think he's looking for ways to really make GameStop relevant again. I don't think, GameStop has really a business that has the ability to grow. So I think looking at buying an eBay is maybe a way to supercharge that and grow into a larger company.
So if you're somebody watching this right now and you might have holdings in either one of the companies, what do you do?
Yeah, I think I wouldn't hold my breath that this would close. I mean, it's kind of interesting. There was a TD bank actually came out and said, yeah, they'd offer a credit line of about $20 billion to help with this. But one of the key caveats to that was you have to maintain investment grade credit rating. Well, if this were to close, you would not have investment grade with $20 billion of that.
Yeah, you'd be stretched all the way, right?
So it'd just be crazy. I don't think, as I said, this is going to close. eBay came out and said that this is not a serious offer. This is not credible. It's not worthwhile. So I know they're not interested. Ryan Cohen has talked about going directly to shareholders. But again, if I'm an eBay shareholder, I wouldn't hold my breath for that purchase price. If I'm a GameStop holder, I again would just be a little bit cautious with it. Michael Burry, who is famous during The Big Short, he actually sold all of his GameStop. I think Ryan Cohen is willing to take excessive risks here, and GameStop I just don't think has the business to really grow over time.
Well, he'll have to channel his inner Gordon Gekko from Wall Street if he's going to go directly to the shareholders, right? That would be a fun visit to watch.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a fun visit to watch. I mean, he also talked about issuing stock, but again, with a market cap of only $10 billion, I mean, he'd have to issue a ton of stock, dilute the current shareholders. He'd really need a meme type situation to be able to implement something like this. So again, don't hold your breath if you're a shareholder in either company.
All right, fair enough, sir. Have a safe week, and we'll talk again in the near future, okay?
Great, thanks for having me.
That is Mr. Wilsey, everybody. Chase Wilsey he's the Vice President of Wilsey Asset Management.